Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. I am Conspiracist84 with more Disco Elysium. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Hope you guys had a good weekend and a good Monday. We'll let this load and we'll kind of just jump back into things. We are starting on day 4, I believe. We did come across some new interesting things that we need to explore tonight. Hopefully we can get a lot of that done in a couple hours. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into things. There we go, guys. Sorry. No. I don't want to start a new game. Alright, so let's get Kim. Oh, I bet he's downstairs. Yep, there he is. Who are these guys? Hold on, let's talk to him.
Yes?
Tell me about this case.
What do you want to know? Good.
Okay, let's talk to these guys.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Why not?
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Hold on, you're a patrol officer. I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry? Is everything all right? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people. It's cool to see another cop. I thought Kim and I were the only ones. God, I don't know why. I'm just trying to do my best. Let's just do this by the book, okay? Why? I bring word of the end to come.
By the... Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
What precinct?
What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Okay, bye. Can I check on her?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
No. Okay. Hey, Kim, I have my badge. That's good, right? Who's this dude?
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
There he is again, the smoker on the balcony, right. Here in the whirling in rags. Hello.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here. My room is right upstairs. I'm here to drink myself into oblivion. This is where I'm going to go down in history. I'm going to sing karaoke. I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me. I live
Convenient.
here.
But what are you doing here? Talking to me?
I met your friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
I didn't like him as much as I like you. I didn't. He's a government official. I don't trust governments. You were right. He was magical. Magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Who is he? What are you? You too? Why was he staying at your place in the middle of night? I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, Sir Leclerc. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you?
Friends,
you
I
two?
told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does that mean?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
I want to talk about you.
What about me, gendarme?
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him? What did he look like? Was he alone? What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
An earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend.
No, I don't think it came up.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
So, is that the dude from up top? Is that the guy from the wall, so to speak?
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
No.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Goodbye. Alright, let's go. I want to go show this lady my badge.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tell me about the strike.
Of course.
Oh, wait, hold on, no.
Of course.
About my
How else
badge.
can I? I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
You'll never guess what I found.
Did you? Wonderful.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, the faded green pearls, for eyes scanning left to right.
It is a relief to see a double freighter here. The situation is precarious, to say the least. It needs a quick solution, or we will have a bloodbath on our hands.
You said contain the situation. I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse in faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker.
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Ooh, executions.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Maybe the investigations can team up, you know, share resources and intelligence.
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Well, they all said they did it.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Wow.
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable.
Too many things have already gone wrong. Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. All we can do is keep that which is not from following suit. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Alright, let's get this point taken care of. Nice. You said contain the situation. What can you tell me about the Crenell? You said the deceased assaulted a woman. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him? Where are the remaining 2 mercs now? How much time do we have?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in 3rd or 4th world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Sounds like maybe the colonel went a little native during the course of his duties. Okay, anything else you've got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP now?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
What did the teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
This Lely. Anything else? Nationality? How old would you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50.
Okay, so that matches
It's hard
up.
to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
That's not good.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Let's see. Vigilantes. The RCM gets its authority from the Coalition. Where does theirs come from?
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Where are these mercenaries?
One is obviously the SCAP leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
One must be the goon.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
So I gotta go talk to him.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a border keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
You said contain the situation?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivachol West.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Alright, that's enough.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Okay, now can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigger not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like vias on a microcircuit?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this.
What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Islary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Semnes Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed.
Maybe it's a record of his military career?
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
What is the use of this map? Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
What should I do? Should I do it or should I not? What do you guys think, chat? Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not. I'm gonna leave it.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
That's all for the tattoos. What's the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Alright, that's all for the tattoos. Thanks.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nope. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. Ooh, there you go. Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor's info or owner. Let's go.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Ah, dang it.
57.
In the cabin, you see...
Alright, what about these guys?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Let's see, who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
No, I really don't.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
Oh, okay.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Do you guys know Cindy the Skull? Or Let's see.
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
I see you kids are into anodic dance music. Why aren't there more skulls and Martinez? Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not?
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
A threat. Good. I like those. Don't fuck with me. I'm one of the bad cops. I just wanted to talk about music, and now there's conflict all of a sudden. It's too much. Oh, good. I like those.
But I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
Let's see. Why aren't there
The
more?
Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Your rhetoric is confusing.
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Enough of this. What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket say?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
What?
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
What?
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
So stupid.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
And what's your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
That's a terrible metaphor.
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking some one.
What?
Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
What?
Hate to admit it, But in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Definitely coincidence.
Your lack of imagination is baffling, but you do make up for it with, yes, questions.
Do you have anything about the murder?
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Gee, anything else? There you go.
He was hanged from a tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know that you don't know shit. I'm not going to entertain you with this any longer. I know you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
Because there's not now.
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
That could be the case, yes. A brilliant work of art. It's not.
So what do you think we know?
Ask for... We'll talk... is this a red one? Haha!
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
That's funny.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be cool killer skulls too, like you two guys.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
Skull King, make shrunken heads out of us.
Fuck you, man. Take them then.
You offer us your jackets like that? It'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
Cool.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell. Go undercover. Hard. But don't you want to express your individuality?
This case doesn't require us to go undercover. Raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Still good to know we have a pair in case we need them.
The need will not arise.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to you, right? And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
That's right. let's go talk to this guy.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I think you may be able to help me to decipher some tattoos.
Don't think so.
They were on the body of the man who was hanged behind the cafeteria there. It was on your colonel. We're investigating murder. These tattoos were on the victim's body. Of course, yes, forget about it. Let's discuss something else.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
You knew him, right?
What's the matter, militiaman? No stomach for it? This man was worth 1,000 loincloths. We're done talking here.
I think we should maybe even get going now.
There is absolutely no need to push this any further. He clearly does not think poking the hornet's nest is a wise plan anymore.
Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines? Okay, I'm not going to then. Alright, so... let's go... Sounds like people talking and scanning stuff. Oh, yeah, that might just be the hum of whatever, like, electrical stuff they're doing. I'm gonna go see if I can see Everard again.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up.
So then I need to go show him the other. I need to show him the other body too, the one that was found on the other side of the map.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
Let's see.
Great! You want to bounce something off your old friend, Mr. Clare, right? Well, let's hear it, Harry. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Harry. What's on your mind? Yes. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
But this weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are neat freaks. If you don't mind me saying so, I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
There's more to police work than whacking an imaginary baton.
Of course, Harry. I'm not a real police officer. You are.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
By now, I'm sure you... Harry, this strike is the...
You mean our victim?
A security. I'm talking...
Alright, all
they
this...
did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. Now, I haven't personally about my fun, but enough about one of them got down.
Harry,
I'm done. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. There's a militant...
That sounds a bit like...
They're like you...
Again.
So
sorry, guys.
Aren't you worried we might...
Oh, I'm not at all...
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer.
By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
That got me nowhere. Thank you for that. That was fantastic. I don't. I jump on the inside, like my heart dropped, but I don't like. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. let's go see what I can do about the Hardy guy. Wait, hold on.
Is this about the questions again? A warehouse? I don't know.
She looks up from...
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room.
Ah, damn it. Alright, never mind then. I want to be able to, like, use my badge and, like, you know, get somewhere. Excuse me.
Looking for something?
I found it, this mug in the trash.
Oh man, that's great.
Thank you.
Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Okay.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the...
It's not time. Alright, so let's talk to him.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
They're snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down. Yes, they are forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you. Forget I mentioned it. It's probably nothing.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
He punches Blondie on the shoulder. This Cronell is bad news. You know that, right? The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody is controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Did you know this? A single Cerise giant hornet can kill 40 bees in a minute?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're the bees, they're the hornets.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
They're bad news.
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy army. And the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or Barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
With a Pierce ceramic armor? Well, if Glenn has a knock cannon at home, I guess you'll be alright.
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
See what? That they don't?
Yeah. Like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus. I mean, okay, you got this. You've got the numbers. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. Hey, Joker, how's it going, buddy? I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them. Okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
Doing good. Yeah, it's we were kind of just talking about you. Yeah, I hope everything's going good though. Had an awesome day, stay home day with the kids. Nice, that's awesome. Do you guys stay out of trouble? I guess that's the important question.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Okay, establish authority.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men...
Yeah, the question was, what happened to you? But hey, you're here, so it's speak of the devil type thing, huh?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit, and wasting time.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, life gets busy, man. I get it. You must be. You're like the real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
No, you did not. What happened?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I got drunk. So drunk I drove my car into the sea. I don't give a shit either, just like you guys. No, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job, like you. I like this one.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
Well, dang. So the deer had a death wish? Was everybody okay? I guess that's the important thing. Was everyone in the car okay?
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, do you get to keep the deer when that happens? How does that work?
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help. Someone's been raped. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her. I've asked this before. Why are you hiding the victim? You've been auto-modded?
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
Allow. Oh, dude, what? That's, yeah, I have the option, but I didn't keep it. Dude, you hit her so hard it started to go backwards. That's not right.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect.
Of course. Of course I will.
If you don't, if you question her, harass her. A freight train of pain, buddy.
Oh, the pain train.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due.
I wonder if that...
You.
Ew. Yeah, that's gross.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop. Miss Arranged Disco Dancer?
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours. Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Dang it, that's gonna hurt me though.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting.
That's gonna be a weird conversation.
As Titus looks at you oddly.
Okay, so this might be a good spot. So the game basically is I'm playing as this guy right there. I am apparently, or I should say, this guy down here. I'm apparently a super alcoholic cop who drunk myself into almost a bout of amnesia. I don't remember how. I'm slowly learning how to do my job. I'm also trying to solve a murder, and basically it's a very unique take on the point and click game, where I have to go and try to basically investigate a murder. So it's been pretty interesting. It's been very long, I'll tell you that, but it's been pretty interesting.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
I think I know her. Think you will talk to her. Think you will try to talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Oh yeah, the voices in it are pretty interesting. Wait until later, like when my character tries to go to sleep. Those are messed up. All right, so let's go do that. Let's try to knock this out as much as we can.
Officer, what was that?
What was what? You mean the sweating and the fidgeting when he mentioned her name? What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
I didn't do it. I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I didn't remember being a cop. She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out. That I partied hard and not very mental healthily. I asked her where we were, what city is this, maybe even what year, something like that.
So she overheard you, or did you party together?
She overheard me listening to music and doing weird things.
Anything else?
She knows I don't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
I asked her what year it was.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
No, that's it.
You're right, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
I totally didn't.
Fortified by his assurance.
I totally didn't do it. I did not do anything wrong.
Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Oh, lady. whatever her name was. I don't remember. But yeah, Joker, how's everybody doing? Hope everyone is doing well outside of the accident. Kids are good.
The door is closed. There's still a dent in the vinyl where you punched it before.
I may have been drunk.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Hotel bill calculations look like she's had an extended stay. You see the yard below. The corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
That's quite the collection in here.
Anything of note?
Search the pill
Among
sheets.
some foreign, probably Messinian or Godvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Search the
Pill
bottles.
bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Necra.
Your youngest started smiling. That's always a good thing. That's definitely awesome. Oldest is almost done with preschool. Nice. Are they doing a like a graduation thing for them this year? And the middle is potty training. Also a good thing. That'll save you guys a lot of money in the long run, but you know that. Let's see.
Necra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Let's see.
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby.
Oh yeah,
That's the stuff you're
totally.
looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Well, yeah, hopefully they do, because I know they had one for my son last year to graduate elementary school, and that was cool. That was pretty cool. So hopefully they do something for preschool.
And your chest swells with pride. Look, it's made right here in Revachol by San Baptiste, a proud Revacholian pharmaceutical company with great traditions.
What's so exciting about this orange bottle, Lieutenant? I see a brand called Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
What's so exciting?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Nice. Close the cabinet. I'm not gonna take it. Mine is doing good. He is about 2 weeks out from finishing the 6th grade, which, holy shit, like it's crazy to think about that. but he'll be done with that in a couple weeks. I know he's pretty stoked about that. The new job is going very well. I was lucky enough to just get my schedule changed, so now I don't have to. I can come in later, so it actually allows me to be able to take him to school in the mornings, which helps out my mom a lot because she had been coming over to take him to school. So kind of a help for everybody. No, so he is currently in middle school. So he'll be in middle school from 6th to 8th grade, and then he'll go to the high school for 9th grade. But no, I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure he will be. He always kind of is before the start of the new year. But no, he's been doing really well. Obviously, I'm proud of him, obviously. But yeah, it's been cool. It's amazing how fast it goes. It sucks, really, I'll tell you that. Ooh, no, that seems too much.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
The smell of cigarette smoke is in the air. Astra menthol. Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog? Cool.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady?
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
It has. Disco Infernum. Hell? You know not of which you speak. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell, to another place. A third place, much different from our world. No, I just trashed it.
I know. That's probably also why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
That's funny. It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on. How long do you think until the hard wears us down? Things are only gonna get easier for me. I'm a policeman. I found something more downbeat for my next appearance. Whip out the tape of Smallest Church. No comment. That's funny. Yeah.
That's the one. The small, sad church song. I've missed it. I really have.
You have?
The small,
Why?
sad church song tells it like it is, Detective. Sad.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amandu.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Are you from Ornage?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What is that?
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower.
A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminum. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
What do you do? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
So what do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
Cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
Could we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Well, that seems weird.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss. How do I know you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausier Amandu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okay, then.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. That's it. For the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room we've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
Oh, nice.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. And she isn't really hiding it either.
That window is new?
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
I have other questions.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you assaulted?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it?
It's not that early. And what does that mean? Were you...
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him.
Oh.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Oh, interesting.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted.
Yo, hello, how are you? Does that say Cruise Missile Jr.? Welcome to the chat.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
How are you doing tonight?
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
You mean like a birthday party? What kind of partying? The kind I do?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word.
We're getting into the weeds here, guys. Sorry.
There. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must have been hard for you seeing him there. What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
How do the Hardys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
So are you sure you weren't? Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
Let's see. What did they hang him for, if not that?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
It must have been hard.
Oh yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
The call reporting the hanging, that was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it? The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's Scott's mystery foam cutter.
And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch.
We're doing it, guys.
I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, you'd still be hanging there.
Are you sure you weren't? Thank you for telling us all this.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Let's go.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Okay.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m. drinking coffee, most likely.
Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind.
Nice.
It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand, just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Should I give it to her?
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Maybe. Okay.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
There we go.
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all that then? Alright, sweet. Oh man. Alright, so I've got those.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this camp?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Is it a coincidence? Very well. Who pinned them? Which side?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Wait, have you noticed there's a war veteran playing a ball game on the plaza? You should ask him about the flowers.
There you go. Question her about the dead man. Speak to the assault victim. Alright, well, I'm gonna go talk to this dude.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Ooh, that's
For the
language.
record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down. And she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks.
Excuse me.
Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters. A mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Why should I care? You lied.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Where can I listen to it?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
That's enough.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Alright, so let's go Let's go ask that guy about the tape. Or let's go ask the guy about the flower. Excuse me.
It is such a pleasure to see.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles. I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Oh, did they bring you good luck?
You know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the ID for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
She must be the woman from that picture. Jeanne-Marie again.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston. But not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month.
I don't want to wait a month. Thank you. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Let's go listen to a tape.
The compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has completely broken down now. The machine was made in Revachol by a company called Le Mercier. Their logo depicts the triple-towered Delta skyline. It was supposedly built to last. There's no fixing this one.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix, but it isn't anymore.
Any ideas?
My kinema only comes with radio. Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
Alright, so let's go talk to Ray. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make notes. I am going to make notes of things that we need to do in the next one. Okay, so we need to talk to Ray and get a tape player. We need to listen to the tape. Let's see. And then talk to Titus. We then need to interview the girl again. And then show Kim the dead body. Okay, so 4 main things that we need to do in the next stream. That way I can just keep track of what we need to do. So, with that being said, I think now is probably a good time to save this, since we're at a good point. So let's do that. We'll save that, and then I will send you guys out somewhere to enjoy some more games. You know what? You guys can go watch The Funker fly a plane. That seems fun. So I'll send you guys out over there tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Joker, it was good to see you again. Meg, always good to have you here. Anyone watching on YouTube, I appreciate that for being here. If you're new and you want to know when I go live again, make sure to hit that follow button so you get updates on that stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Okay, bye.